Good morning, gamer. What's going on? Today is March the 5th. Rent is due, and you're watching this. I'm Red K. What's up?
I'm the loneliest wolf by choice.
And we're gonna start it off with a game that you've never heard about before. You've never seen. You've been anticipating. It's the game that you want to play. It's Grand Theft Auto 5.
I mean, the game we've already played like how many generations now? This is the third generation this is on.
We've played the game multiple times, and it will be out on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X because money, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. It is money.
Yeah, they do say that there will be improvements to the game. It won't just be a port. It will be an entire from the ground up. Now, I will say this. When it came out for the last generation consoles at this point, they did do an entire facelift. The game had a first person mode. There was a lot. And we're talking about Grand Theft Online being its own thing, right?
Right. Grand Theft Online is technically its own standalone game. I think you can even download it by itself. Same thing with like Red Dead Online. You can download them separately from the actual
I think I did
game.
that. I think I did that by accident. Like I downloaded the Red Dead Online thinking it was the entire game, but it was just the online version.
Well, because I think they give it away for free, if I'm not mistaken. You can just download it.
Okay, it was like $11 or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but people are still playing Grand Theft Online now. Like as we're talking right now, they're playing the game. There's been like I don't know how many expansions. There's been what 8 years of expansion. When did the game come out? It came out the last year.
Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, it came out the last year
of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
2014? 14 or 15?
I think it was 15. If I'm not mistaken, it was 15.
Yeah, so did they ever do a story expansion with the actual story, or was it just like all online stuff, or do you know?
There's kind of a story there that's kind of like loosely tied, but a lot of the stuff is just you going around and just screwing around with the world and everything, doing heists, or if you're playing on PC, there's a lot of stuff you could mod to like do races or people doing like stunts. Literally, the game now is just seeing what you can get away with. Yeah,
there's YouTube pages in totally like dedicated to messing up stuff in GTA 5. So
yes,
so I mean, do you think it's on sale?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because people still been buying it since. But the thing is, people are waiting for 6. We just want to know what's happening with Grand Theft Auto.
That's what we want to know. Do we want to play GTA 6? We want GTA 6, and we want to know if it's going to be free to play or not. Because the way that the model is going, I mean, I would like a $60 game with a story, and then have all my GTA stuff traditionally like it's already been. But everything's going free to play, and like. You could download it, and it seems like the story keeps going anyway. So they could possibly put out a GTA 6, which is the last GTA they ever have to put out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
We'll definitely
speaking about playing,
I said we'll definitely see.
Oh yeah, definitely. Speaking about playing games that are old that you might want to go back to, Diablo 2, a game that I have never played.
Same here. I've never played Diablo. I really wanted to. Didn't have a PC when I was growing up, and it was only for PC.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it. I did heard about Diablo, but like I played Diablo 3, which a lot of people complained about, especially in the beginning. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This game is fun, but I hadn't played the previous Diablos, which were I played on console too. So the point and click I didn't get, and just other things about it that we were talking about earlier.
Right. Diablo is kind of something that a lot of fans are kind of divided on after 3. So Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, a lot of people love those games. Like I actually had a bunch of friends who played that, and I still have some friends who are really love the Diablo franchise. Except for 3, they felt like 3 kind of sort of deviated from how Diablo 1 and 2 played and the tone of everything. I know there are quite a few people that are excited for this re-release of Diablo 2, and I'm actually curious to see how it plays itself, and I'm curious if they're gonna do some of the same stuff when it comes to like multiplayer options. We're playing with a bunch of people on a server, so
yeah, that'd be cool,
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I really want to talk to some hardcore Diablo 2 players because, like, you know, it's like that thing. Like, remember back in the day, everybody loved side-scrolling games, and it's like, why you want to go to 3D and then 3D to back shoulder camera? You know, it's like play styles change. Diablo. Speaking of the last game we just talked about. Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, a lot of people still like the Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 style with the downward looking, looking like Vice City, not Vice City, looking like what's Retro City Rampage.
Well,
that was
top
basically
down.
Grand Theft Auto. That's the Grand Theft Auto that I played before 3. I think Vice City was the first one to actually go 3D all the way.
No, 3 was the first one to go 3D all the way. And then Vice City was next, and then from there on San Andreas and so on and so forth. 1 and 2 were the top down.
Wasn't 3 Vice City?
No, 3 was Liberty City. 3 was Liberty City, which is like New York. With what's his name? I forgot what his. No, Nico is 4. That's also New York, which is Liberty City.
What was 3 then? I forget.
3 was Liberty City. You played as a voice. What did you play as? His name was Claude. He was a voiceless protagonist. He didn't have a voice.
I don't think I played that.
Yeah. Then Vice City came after that one.
And keeping with the theme of just old games coming back, Pokemon Snap. Shout out to Toxin, or Red Cow, as you want to call him on here. You've seen him. He's a big fan of the Pokemon games. Trying to put me on. Did you ever play the Pokemon Snap on N64?
Yes. It was kind of boring to me, but it was enjoyable. The biggest thing about Pokemon Snap that I think a lot of kids really wanted to deal with was the fact that you could like go to like Blockbuster, I think it was, and they had like the Pokemon Snap kiosk where you could download the pictures that you had of your Pokemon. So
they're kind of bringing that back.
Yeah.
But in that's a digital way. It's like it's gonna be like a Pokemon Facebook of sorts in the game.
Yes, so I think it's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out, especially with that was only like Gen 1 Pokemon, a couple of the Gen 1 Pokemon. It's gonna be interesting to see with all the different Pokemon that they have now. I say they're on like generation like 8 or 9 or something like that, probably even more than that.
Yeah, there's so many Pokemon.
Yeah, and seeing how they're going to essentially go with this new Pokemon Snap, and if there's gonna be more to do than just taking pictures or whatnot.
Well, okay, so my generation of Pokemon, when we were really excited for Pokemon Snap, not knowing that literally you just took pictures. We were like, oh man, for the time the graphics were really impressive, and we were like, man, we were going to get to actually fight. And when we found out we could only take pictures, we were so mad, so heated, like this is dumb. But there are things about the game that's cool. Like you can go through the game, especially if you're a photographer. It's pretty cool, I think. So you can go through and just see what the Pokemon do by themselves, but then you can feed them apples. They do different things. There's this new technique called glow, where you can make the Pokemons glow if that's a thing you want to do, and that makes them do different things as well. So if you're a fan of Pokemon, and they even have a new professor, they have more Pokemon coming in. New Pokemon Snap announced last year. It got delayed. There's going to be 150 Pokemon unidentified. So there might be the new gen Pokemon, like you said, is going to be in it. So if you're a fan of Pokemon, this is probably the game for you.
This might be it. This might be the one.
Yeah, I'll play. I'm pretty sure Tox is going to bring it over, and we're going to definitely.
He's definitely going to want to play it.
Point. So I'll. I mean, who knows? It might be the game I never knew I wanted.
There you go.